So my name is Rebecca, but I'm pretty white, so you can basically guess my name in 3 tries. It's like Jessica, Ashley, Rebecca. I'm so white that when people ask me why, I always go, MCA. I'm so white that when I get pulled over, I don't get pulled over. Yeah. So Forever 21 is closing. I guess not forever anymore. And it's not going out of fashion, fast fashion. It's made by kids and it's really low quality, and I'm not really down for that because children just don't have the work experience required to make good quality clothing. And I'd rather buy from like a designer in the height of their career, you know? So I'm a strong, independent millennial woman, so I can't cook for myself. I had to do something about it, so I went online and I did something really dumb and I downloaded Uber Eats. And I lost all my money. So I had to do something about it, and I actually looked around and I found this app that actually gives you free meals. It's called Tinder. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without it. A similar thing where a guy comes to your door and then he actually takes you to the restaurant, and all you have to do really is put out, or at least pretend to if you want the service again. In the olden days, people used to find out that couples were engaged by them telling you about it or hearing it through the grapevine, but now we hear about it by seeing a couple post a picture of themselves in a field. They're always like looking at each other, smiling and giggling, or telling each other a little cute little secret over their shoulder, or lounging down in the field like, oh, I'm so exhausted after hiking out here in this gown. I don't get it. I'm 27, so I'm at the point where I'm really feeling comfortable with myself and confident in my body, while also being pressured to ruin it with a baby. I don't get it. People are always telling me like, oh, you know, it's really tiring and at times it's thankless, but it's all worth it when you see them sleeping there, looking all cute, and your heart just melts. And I'm like, so the most awesome time is when they're unconscious? Just doesn't seem like that great of a deal. But if I did have kids, I'd want them to be mixed because they're so on trend. I'd want it to be like half black or Japanese or something, and then half whatever the surrogate is, because I'm not having it. I grew up really privileged, so I was a figure skater, and I went to private school, and I had an eating disorder. And I don't mean to brag, but I had the most expensive one. I was bulimic. So nice you taste it twice. But I'm really jealous of anorexics, you know? They're so much trendier. They're so minimalist and eco-friendly. I don't know, I'm thinking of switching to that. Dating is tough out there, and, you know, roofies are a thing that can actually help you get laid when you're in a pinch. So what I like to do, and you guys can take this too, is I like to kind of leave my drink unattended and hope for the best. And usually, you know, once a guy slips something in there, you can like take it over and just be like, oh, I'm so tired, just like pretend. And then they swoop you up and they actually like take you right out of there. It's a really great way to get some easy action. So I've been doing that lately. Men and women approach dating so differently. Men are kind of like, they show up and they're like, this is who I am, work around it, you know? And women, we're so adaptive and patient, and we learn all about their careers, and then we're like learning all their opinions on everything, or really just binging Joe Rogan's podcast. And then we're doing everything they want in bed, and then all of a sudden, like clockwork, they're like, you're suffocating me. And you're kind of like, oh, like, sorry. But it sounds more like, you're suffocating me. And that's my impression of someone yelling into a vagina. Thank you. Tip your staff.